Hi and welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here, and today we do have our next OwlCrate unboxing. I feel like we've had so many OwlCrate boxes lately and I'm definitely not complaining. So this is our OwlCrate Young Adult box for April 2026. As a reminder, OwlCrate's Young Adult box is the box with goodies, which I always love. My other boxes don't generally do goodies. They're just the book, but that is the main reason why I get these boxes. I do like books, I like special editions, and I also like sometimes being surprised and being introduced to new genres and new authors. So definitely a win. Our theme for our April 2026 Young Adult OwlCrate box is Cloaked in Shadows. In a world controlled by the ruling class, our protagonist wields a dangerous gift. Her magic feeds on lies. From the shadows, she gathers secrets and trades in blackmail, tightening her grip on the court to protect her half-brother's fragile claim to the throne. But when a mysterious outsider arrives with a bid for the throne and a power that threatens to expose her, she makes a powerful choice. This time, she has no intention of hiding in the shadows and decides to claim the throne for herself. Ooh, so it seems like we might have a book with a lot of political intrigue. Very nice. But before we get there, we have to talk about the items in this box and show them off, which let's get into it. The first item we have is in this, so I'm going to open it up so we know what it is, but it does seem like it's probably a tote bag. And I am correct, it is a tote bag. So we have the handles up here. Oh my God. Thing. Work with me. Okay, there we go. We got the handles. We got the bag part, and as you guys can see, it is in the shape of a heart, which I think is super cute. And the tag, if I can find it, the tag says, store your belongings on the go in this beautiful heart-shaped tote bag inspired by a serpent and dove. Which sadly I have not read yet. I do own, yes, I own that book. Just haven't gotten to it, but I do own it. Heart tote bag. Show off your love of books with this heart tote bag. This heart tote features stunning dove and snake inspired art by Serpent and Dove. So right off the bat, what I'm going to say is I think it's cool that they did a shaped tote bag. So it's not just, square, rectangle, or whatever that we're used to. And it's not one of those tote bags that we've had before where the only thing special about it was something like this big, like the size of a stamp on an envelope, or I should say the address label on an envelope. So it was really small. I appreciate that it's something that's across the whole entire tote bag. That's how it should be. The one thing I do wish is that it was double-sided. So I do wish that the image was on both sides, but that's the only thing I would change about this. Is just that I wish it had the image on both sides. It's totally okay otherwise. I do like the image itself. I think it's really beautifully done. Really pops as well. Like, it looks really nice against the black background. I do believe it said hand wash only. So yes, hand wash only. I'm going to probably assume that the design would not survive if you threw this in the washer and dryer. I feel like it would peel right off. So do handle it gently. The only feedback I have for the design itself is I just wish that the snake was slightly bigger, like a little bit more on par with the size of the dove. Like, the snake seems like really puny and the dove would fuck it up. Maybe that's not on purpose, I don't know. Next up, I'm really excited to open this because it does look like we have a teacup, the Elfheim Teacup collection. Instead of being afraid, I could be something to fear. We've collaborated with author Holly Black to bring you a stunning collection of teacups based on the magical world of Elfheim. Collect all 4 to host your very own fairy tea party. I'm so excited to see these. I've historically really enjoyed when OwlCrate has done cups or bowls and plates and such. They're usually really fantastic, so can't wait to open this. And please excuse my nails. I'm one of those people that I literally did my nails maybe what is today, Saturday? Yeah, I did my nails 2 days ago and instantly they start chipping. Like, I cannot get nail polish to stay on my nails. So here is our Jude Duart teacup, and it's pretty. I'm not saying that this design is the most elaborate and beautiful, but it's still cute. Like, I like this. I really like the quote on the inside. So again, that quote is, instead of being afraid, I could become something to fear. And I really appreciate that they also did a design at the bottom of the cup. So I actually really like this. I also like the shape of the cup. I'm slightly worried about the size of the cup, but you know, you can always do 2 servings. I'm one of those people that my cups are generally huge, but I do love this. Teacup. Enter the Mabs realm with the first teacup in our Elfheim teacup collection. The first teacup is based on Jude Duarte of Holly Black's iconic Folk of Air series. I've obviously read the Folk of the Air series. I like it, but it was also a hard read for me. Like there was things that I was just like, fuck these characters. I want to punch all of them in the face. But I also enjoyed it and I've wanted to reread it. Haven't decided. But let me know your thoughts on the Folk of the Air series. Let me know what you thought of it. And same thing with Serpent and Dove. Again, that's a book I haven't read yet. If you have read it, did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Would you recommend it? What are your thoughts? Next up, we do have another few cards for our tarot card deck. So if you remember in the February Young Adult box, which we unboxed last month because it was late, they had some cards in the box that we could color. And it is a bookish tarot card deck. My biggest thing, and I don't know because I'm not on the Nest because I didn't want another social media app for any reason, and definitely not one dedicated to OwlCrate by itself, but I would like a full tarot deck. Like if we're doing this, I want full commitment. And I don't know if that's happening. I don't know if this is just kind of a tarot deck gimmick and they're like, oh, you know, like here's some cards that could be like a tarot deck, but it's not truly a tarot deck because we also don't have like what each card means. The cards are meant to replace a certain card in the tarot deck. Like that's fine. I could figure out what each of those mean, but we don't even have that. So it'd be nice to know, like, are we truly having an actual tarot deck? Or again, is this just a gimmick and it's just something for you to color? Because that is what each card is. It's a card for you to color. So we have the Slow Burn, the Quest, the Mood Reader, and the Prologue. So these cards do have beautiful imagery. I do really like the gold detailing that they did for the border, as well as the back. I really like the back design too. Those are beautiful. Add to your deck with the next cards in our OwlCrate Bookish Tarot collection. These do-it-yourself tarot cards are designed by @Sayeri Art, who I feel is a great artist. I really like her work, and I do really like these cards. I'm just really hoping it's an actual usable deck of some sort. They don't have to match the tarot deck exactly. I'm hoping it's not just a gimmick. Our next item is probably the item, other than, y'all know, the very last item is going to be the item that I'm going to be like, I'm over it, which is the pin. But we have another item in this box that I'm like, and that's a keychain. Lucky keychain. Carry luck and good fortune wherever you may roam with this beautiful keychain inspired by Arcana Academy. And here's that keychain. It says, luck is on my side. Wheel of Fortune. Well, shit. I actually really like the design. So I was really like turned off by this because I was like, keychain, really? I don't need a keychain. And OwlCrate's done a lot of keychains across the years. But this is really pretty. I do like it. So now I have a problem because I like it, but I like my other keychains too. Keep luck on your side with our keychain. Designed by @Keeley Studios, this item features a Wheel of Fortune design inspired by Arcana Academy. I don't know anything about that book, so Arcana Academy, if you've read it, let me know. And dun dun dun, it's my least favorite item of the OwlCrate boxes, and it's the pin. So Blade 4 of 5, April 2026, Blades of Love. Continuing our enamel pin collection for 2026, Blades of Love, this collection celebrates a love for romanticy and features 5 pins that all go together to form a set. This 4th blade is inspired by Arcana Academy. Be sure to collect them all. So we do have a very pretty design. I will say, like, the designs of the pins are cool, but I don't like the fact that they're saying that they go together and you make like this weird flower design. Like, these pins are huge. There's no reason to put them together with other pins. I think ultimately they were trying to make something gimmicky, and like they tried to make it where you need all of them. You don't need all of them. I just don't think this was a good idea. I know they're a set that goes together in the sense that they're romanticies and stuff like that, but their whole idea of like put them together, you know, like in this pattern. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. And I've mentioned it 1,000 times in all my other videos. These pins are huge. They're ginormous. There's no reason for that. And they could have made this collection really cool. Instead of doing like romanticies and stuff like that, they could have opened it up to any fantasies and done sword and shield pins, because that's literally what all these pins are. All the pins have the shield and a sword. So I really feel like they could have just been like a cool like sword and shield collection for the whole entire year. And not that they had to go together in this weird configuration that doesn't make sense, and could have, again, made the pins smaller. So that's my bitch about the pins. Y'all know this. I'm not a pin girly, so I don't really appreciate them the same way that maybe some people would if they're into pin collecting. So that is the last of the items. Were there some great items in this box? Yes, mostly the teacups. The teacup is the item in this box that I love the most, but I actually really liked the heart tote bag. Not sure if I'll keep it simply because I have a lot of tote bags, because again, OwlCrate subscriber for a decade. Keychain, same thing. I liked it. It's useful, but I don't know if I can use it. The tarot deck cards I think are really beautiful. I'm looking forward to hopefully finding the time to actually color them in. I have like no time. I don't know where the time goes, but I have no time, guys. Like, I'm always constantly doing something and I'm tired. I just want to chill sometimes and read a damn book. Anywho, so the tarot cards I do like. Again, I'm hoping it's not just like you just color in some cards and that's it. Like, I actually really hope that they do like a pamphlet where you can use the cards similar to how you would use tarot cards. And I totally forgot to mention it. I looked up Arcana Academy. I own the damn book. I haven't read it. Obviously, I have not read it. And it's not on my shelves yet because my shelves are a mess. And that's the other big project among many projects that I have in my life. But I now have to redo my shelves again for like the millionth time. But yeah, my shelves are going to have to be moved. They're going to have to be reorganized and I have to fix them. Like a lot of us with a lot of books, all my shelves are bowing really hardcore and it's getting to a point where it's a safety issue. A lot of the books that I've gotten have just been stacked in a pile. Like there's just boxes of books that I have that are just stacked and stacked. Obviously, I have a lot of books to unbox with y'all, and then I just have a lot of books that I need to unbox and put on my shelves, and hopefully I can get there. Anywho, so I own Arcana Academy. I was obviously interested in it enough to buy it, but I don't remember what this book is about, and obviously, again, have not gone to reading it because it's in a box somewhere in my house. But if you've read it, let me know your thoughts. Would love to hear them. So back to the items. I thought this was a good box. Yes, I might not keep the tote bag or the keychain, but they're still nice items. I can definitely appreciate them and see someone else really liking them. The pin, I'm always going to have a bad opinion about the pins for the most part. And then the teacup really was a winner for me. So I thought it was a good box all in all. Definitely not a dud. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So let me know what you're thinking about these items. If there's one that you're like, ooh, I can't wait to get that. Let me know. And finally, we're getting to the main event, which of course our book for our Cloaked in Shadows April 2026 young adult OwlCrate box is To Steal a Throne by Gabby Burton. Our fourth book of 2026 features secrets, blackmail, magic, and claims the throne. In a world controlled by the ruling class, our protagonist, Mira Kyler, wields a dangerous gift. Her magic feeds on lies. She's forced to work in the shadows, gathering secrets and trading in blackmail, tightening her grip on the court to protect her half-brother's tentative claim to the throne. But when a mysterious outsider, Cadrin Vale, arrives and challenges her half-brother for the throne, Mira decides to steal the throne from both of them. After setting her plan in motion, she discovers that Cadrin also possesses a dangerous magic. It can detect someone else's magic just by a single touch. If Cadrin gets too close, then he will be able to expose her as the one who's been influencing the court from the shadows. Why is it that the one person who could destroy everything for her is the one person that she's drawn to the most? So one of the things right off the bat that I already love about this book, which is making me super interested, is the fact that she's like, nah, you two are gonna fight over the throne. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that for myself, which, girl, go get it. I also appreciate the fact that the book is perfectly titled To Steal a Throne. Fantastic. So, of course, our special edition has an exclusive cover that is very pretty. I do really like the colors. I think the colors are poppin'. And then, of course, especially with the red throne, we have some darkness creeping up, which I think is a really good representation of the intrigue and danger and the shadows in the background of her pulling strings. Our backside says, revenge is a multi-step process. It requires careful planning, attention to detail, and enough fury to set the world alight. I have all of the above. Sounds like a woman scorned. We also have beautifully stenciled edges. I love them so much. We also have a true reverse dust jacket, which includes character art, which is very nicely done. And I love just the two guys back here. And she's on the cover on the throne, as she should be. And it says, I'm not a person with a voice. I'm a shadow in the rafters, and shadows are, above all else, silent. Unfortunately, the best lies are the ones that align with what we want to hear. Very true. We have a beautifully designed hardcover case. A magic must be fed. Mind feeds on lies. Very beautiful gilding. I love that image. And then we have the back side that says, his true opponent is me, and I don't play games. I win. Again, really liking the design. I love the gold details. We have illustrated end papers. They're both very nicely done. It is, of course, signed by the author, includes an author letter, and we also have bonus content inside as well. So that is it, everyone, for our Cloaked in Shadows April 2026 Young Adult OwlCrate box. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me know your thoughts on these items and definitely on the book. If you're interested in the book, on the plot, did you like how they designed the special edition? I frankly loved it. I thought it was really well done. I really appreciated the fact that we had a reverse dust jacket that had character art, and then the other exclusive cover didn't have character art if it's not your thing. Both were stunning. Not quite sure which cover I'm actually going to use, but I love having the option to choose. I am looking forward to reading this. It's going to be a hot minute. Like, all my books have just piled up. And speaking of which, if you're curious about what I have been reading, so I've been kind of like hopping around, weirdly enough. So I have a lot of books to read for my book boxes. Those are always the priority. I'm like a year behind, if not more. So I'm kind of bouncing around between like books that I just recently got versus also books that I had let piled up and then unboxed with y'all late. I just recently finished Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl, which was the OwlCrate Romance March 2026 book, and really enjoyed reading it, which I totally expected. It does have a bit of spice, just FYI if you're not a spice person. It obviously has good girl trope. There's an age gap. It's nanny and single daddy. There's a lot of good things in there. But I really loved the side characters. Like, there was some side characters in that book that I was like, please write another book solely focused on them, because they are hilarious and I want to like be BFFs with them. So Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl was a win for me and right up my alley. So I was not surprised about that. Then the most recent book that I finished was My Dark Beast, which was our Darkly box book for October 2024. And no, I'm not that far back. It's just they were that far behind on shipping stuff. So My Dark Beast is what I most recently finished. That book I didn't enjoy as much as I was hoping. So it seemed to have all the qualities of a book that I would really like, a really good romance series, and it just kind of ended up being a little too long-winded. So came down to the writing style, which I have read this author before, and that's Olivia Wildenstein. So same thing with her other books. I really like the idea of the plot, and I'm invested. It's just her writing style's not my cup of tea. Don't hate it. Like, there's been authors that I've read that I was like, oh no, like, I cannot do your writing style at all. Goodbye. So it's not to the point where I hate it. It's just a little harder for me to read because I'm kind of grading against the way that she writes, which again is just really long-winded. Really like her story ideas, so I do continue to read her. So it's the book that I most recently finished, and now I am currently reading How Does It Feel, which was our Bookish Box book for October 2024. So this book, I remember hearing a lot of chatter about it. So I remember hearing a lot of people being like, oh my God, How Does That Feel is so good, blah, blah. I was expecting this book to be just juicy, hot, absolutely steamy, and it's just kind of falling flat for me. So I'm about 100 pages into the book and I'm enjoying it, but it's not as good as a lot of the chatter kind of made it out to be. It's definitely dark. I do appreciate that, where I'm like, the guy is a straight up villain so far that I know of, and he might stay that way. The Unseelie Court is a fucked up place to be, and she's experiencing some terrible shit. So I'm kind of enjoying all of that. As awful as that sounds, like I'm trauma bonding with my characters. So I'm enjoying everything so far. It's just not on par to the amount of excitement I was hearing when this book first became popular. We'll see if I end up thinking it lives up to the hype. As always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and if you did, be sure to like this video and let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this box, all the items in the box, and definitely the book, and anything that came to mind while you're watching. If there are some books that I mentioned that you have read, let me know your thoughts on them. I love to hear them. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe because we have a ton of unboxings to do. So thank you so much for being here, everyone, and have a great weekend.